Hi friends, welcome to English Study Point. Today in this video lecture I am going to discuss another topic related to MEG 15 titled as testimonial. So this was your previous year question and here is the question: what does the term testimonial mean to you? Discuss with examples. So, testimonial is a genre which emerged in 1980s. This means it is a type of literature that became popular in the 1980s. This genre was developed as a means of empowering subaltern subjects and hearing their voices. It also acts as a tool for political agency, which means that it aims to give a voice to marginalized or oppressed groups, helping them share their experiences. And hearing their voices means this genre focuses on capturing the authentic stories of those often silenced in mainstream narratives. And here is the point: it also acts as a tool for political agency, means testimonials are used as a way for individuals to express their political struggles and advocate for some kind of change to happen in the society. It is a first person narrative which emerged in Latin America. This means that testimonials are told from a personal perspective, making them more relatable and impactful to the readers. And Latin American context here means that testimonio is particularly rooted in Latin America and reflect its unique social and political issues. It can be elicited by sympathetic individuals who interview the literate or semi literate working people. This means people who conduct interviews for testimonials, they have a shared understanding or concern for the interviewee's struggles. And the subjects of testimonial may be those who can read and write, or those who have limited education but rich life experiences. This means that this genre is important in showcasing real life struggles and fostering empathy and awareness among the readers. This genre of writing is political and judicial. This means the writing style focuses on politics and law and also involve testimony, in the sense that the speaker testifies against abuses suffered by the class or community she represents. This means the writer speaks out about the violations faced by a specific group they represent. This genre was given official literary status as a politicized alternative to fiction. So it became recognized as a serious type of writing which is distinct from traditional storytelling when the government of Cuba lost the support of Latin American liberal novelists after Castro defended the Soviet invasion of Czechoslovakia in 1968. This means that Cuban authorities found themselves isolated from writers in Latin America who believed in freedom and democracy. And the Cuban leader Fidel Castro supported the Soviet Union's military action, which angered many writers and intellectuals. Testimonio was the Cuban way of saying that there were more interesting stories being produced than the difficult experimental prose modernist boom novels. So, in testimonios, there contained real stories about real people and their struggle. So, Testimonio highlights more compelling narratives than the complex experimental novels of modernists. It focuses on actual experiences of people facing hardships. Cuba's publishing house Casa de las Americas designated Testimonio this genre as a category in its annual international awards for literature. So, a Cuban publishing house recognized Testimonio as an important literary category, and they also included Testimonio in their literary awards to honor this type of writing. Example of testimonials are Feldman and Loeb's testimony, Crisis of Witnessing in Literature, Psychoanalysis and History, published in 1992, which is based on testimonies of people who have been through the Holocaust. And another example of testimonial is The Real Thing, which deals with Latin American testimonials. So, Feldman and Loeb's work, this particular work discusses testimonies from Holocaust survivors as an example of testimonio, and their book uses the real accounts of Holocaust experiences. And another one is The Real Thing. This example, which this particular testimonio published in 1996, deals with Latin American testimonials. Means this work focuses on Latin American stories of struggle. Writing of testimonio is occasioned by a crisis, by trauma. So, testimonio writing arises from traumatic experiences or crisis. It conveys the sense of presenting before jury the truth of the happening. This means it aims to truthfully present experiences, much like giving evidence in court. There is urgency, a desire for action that prompts the telling. So, the writing reflects a pressing need to share these stories. It is a writing emerging from the third world wherever there is a center of revolutionary activity. So, testimonio often comes from developing regions facing political or social revolutions. In order to better explain this, what this genre actually is, I have included two examples. First of I Am Phulan. This is an example of testimonio where Phulan Devi's life story is depicted, and her life story is viewed as a saga of aggression. So Phulan Devi's life is seen as a powerful tale of her fight against oppression and the armed resistance of the Dalit woman. Phulan Devi earned her the reputation of being bandit queen, who does not amount to mere vendetta. So, as a Dalit woman, her armed resistance earned her the nickname Bandit Queen, and her actions are more than just revenge, they are driven by deeper issues. She sees herself as Kali, the goddess who avenges with bloodshed. So she identifies with Kali, the goddess known for avenging wrongs through force, and she is viewed in an unfavorable light when her violent deeds are considered as proceeding from a wounded psyche. This means that people often view her negatively, seeing her violence as stemming from a troubled mind. In reality, they are retaliations to the inhumanity of her oppressors. This means, in truth, her actions are responses to the cruelty she faced from her oppressors. She fights against inhuman oppression and violent retaliation. So, she actively fights against inhuman treatment and violence directed at her and her people. And also, Phulan Devi views herself as representation of the oppressed. So Phulan sees herself as a voice for all who are oppressed and mistreated, and she is fighting on the behalf of everyone against the oppressors. So this is one example of testimonial. Another example of testimonial is Karuku by Dalit writer Bama. So, Bama's book Karuku is another example of testimonial, sharing the experiences of her community. And Bama's texts speak for the community, and she speaks as a witness of the trauma of caste-based violence and discrimination. This means Bama writes as a witness to the pain caused by caste-based violence and discrimination. Through her writing, Bama speaks on behalf of her community's struggles and resilience. And in both testimonials, in both stories, turn to highlight the importance of sharing experiences of oppression and fight for the justice. So this is the main theme which is showcased in this particular genre called testimonial. Then with this video lecture ends here. Hope this video lecture will help you in your exams. Thank you.